Hello, guys, and welcome to this episode of the Brawlcasters. I'm James. That's Alex. We are bringing our combined 50 years of martial arts experience to the internet to provide you YouTube's funniest fight commentary. And we are here today rocking our two different lines of merch. We got the Moneyberg parody line. We got the Built to Brawl line. You can find this and more. Brawlcasters.printful.me. The link is down below. Click it through. We'd love to hear what you guys think about the merch. Alex, I have to ask, what is your favorite piece of merch that we've done to this point?
I would say, honestly, the Built to Brawl rash guard actually fits really nicely.
Yeah.
So I gotta say that one fits nicely. But call me crazy, the Built to Brawl beanie I think is the most wearable, like on any given day of our merch. But it's the Hoochie Daddy shorts.
Yeah, the Hoochie Daddy shorts. I was wearing them around the house the other day. Literally yesterday, as a matter of fact. Got home from work. Kids were in bed. I got out of my clothes that I went to work in. Put on the Hoochie Daddy shorts. And once again, I got from the wife, I don't think I can let you wear those out of the house.
Telling you, man. Hoochie Daddy shorts.
And it's in that tone, too. It's that specific tone. I don't think I can let you wear those out of the house.
No.
As soon as you hear that, you know. You know the power these Hoochie Daddy shorts have. You're knowing what that night's going to bring. You know.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta
tell you gotta tell your kid you like, Dad's got some riz, man. It's all about the Hoochie Daddy short. Say that to your kids, and then hit them up. They'll love it, bro. Just hit your kid with that exact thing, and he's gonna be like, dude, what the fuck? What did your son say? Yeah, you were glazing your wife.
Yes, he accused me of glazing my wife. I'm like, bro, you're supposed to. That's his arrangement.
I would hope so. Like, it's her fucking wife, dogs.
Yeah, I'm like, don't you? He's like, that's straight glaze. That's straight glaze. I'm like, bro, I'll fight you. I'm teaching you life lessons here. Do you not understand? Like, I'm modeling the relationship that you're supposed to have with your spouse someday. Like, that's what parents are supposed to do.
Yeah,
So I had this great conversation with his dad earlier. He brought his daughter to me because she's getting bullied. Took her trial lesson with me. 12-year-old girl. Really nice girl, really intelligent, very well spoken, super comfortable with me right away, opened up to me like a book, just told me everything that's going on, this, that, the other. Dad's in the military, great dude. And he was like, I just try to tell her these things, and I just try to tell her these things, and I try to tell her these things. So I was like, brother, I hear you. I'm a parent myself. What you tell them, in one ear, out the other. Yep. It's what you show them. It's what you show them. And he's like, yeah, I make sure I do that too. But I'm telling you, I'm telling you, that's what matters more. Like, there's so much I do in my life that, like, I would do it anyway because it's just the right kind of stuff to do and it's who I am as a person. But, like, I make a point to do stuff like that in front of my kids. You know, like the way I am with my wife, I'm like that with them in front of them constantly. You know, like, we and my wife definitely, we committed to the fact that we were going to be the parents that didn't get our kids to react because we were fighting and like, oh, mom, dad, stop. They're never going to tell us, oh, mom, dad, stop because of us fighting, because it doesn't if it happens in front of them, it's so small and they see us forgive each other too. What they do all the time though is we get like, you know, huggy, kissy, PDA in front of them. They're like, ew, stop. I'm like, oh, I will now we're going to do it more. Number one.
Yeah. Now it's locked in.
Yeah. But number two, that's what you want to model to children. You want them to have a healthy relationship with their spouse. You want them to glaze up their spouse. And like, I've said it to parents many times before. What you say to your kid, not worthless. Because eventually they'll hear somebody else who they also respect, who's not their parent, say it, and they'll be like, oh, I guess that is the right thing. Yeah. But what you model, that's everything.
I agree.
I've said it a million times. My father, I've never once in my life, in my 42 years, I've never had a conversation with my father about work ethic, about how you have to work hard at everything. Don't miss at work just because you're feeling a little sick or a little down. Whatever you do, do it well. We've never had these conversations. But I just watch the way my father does everything, and he's been like this my entire life. So I just do what he does. I always do.
It worked out.
Yeah.
Good dude.
I'd say, you know, it's funny. That happens with coaching too. You ever catch your students like doing something and you see like a little flare on whatever they did and like, that's me.
Yeah. It's happened a few times. Like, oh shit, there we go.
Like, it's funny. Everybody's got their little idiosyncrasies, and you don't always notice that you have them. You know what I mean? Like, apparently, when I throw my rear leg round kick, I kind of like snap it like a traditional martial arts kick. I kind of like whip it back and like bend my knee again. And any of my students that have transferred to a different location, they're always like, I know whose school you're from. And like, I don't even know I do it. But the other instructors know me well enough to be like, yep, you do it. It's yours. That's your kid right there.
Yeah.
They all know it. Though my funniest story like that, I used, you have your little phrases that you use for people. For kids, I always tell them they got to protect their moneymaker. They got to protect their moneymaker. So I had this kid go, and his father lived in Nassau County. My school's in Suffolk County. So dad's like, hey, can we drop into one of the schools there? I said, yeah, sure. He's taking class. One of the other instructors, and the instructor's like, remember, it's a beginner class. Why do we have to keep our hands up? And the kid raised his hand. He goes, to protect our moneymaker. And they were like, instantly, I knew that was your kid.
Yeah, that's how it should be, guys.
I love that. Like coaching, parenting, it's all just leaving your fingerprints on the people that you work with.
Well, it should be.
Exactly. And hopefully,
you're not giving steroids to 12-year-olds.
Yo, we were talking about that in the last episode we filmed. That's bad. That's bad. Speaking of bad, we didn't even touch on Brawlcasters. WingedC and his karate combat antics.
I got a lot of love for the guy. Dumbass decision.
Yeah, that was dumb. Listen, he knows we're a fan, right? We've called his amateur fights. We've called his Streetbeefs fights here on Brawlcasters. Met him a bunch of times. Bunch of conversations with him. That was a dumb move, dude.
That was dumb, bro. And that was irresponsibly dumb, bro. We talked to him. I texted him a little bit about it. I was like, bro. He's like, I know. I was like, bro. Like, just because it was just so, like, not worth it. And it was really a thing where if you just thought about it for a second, you're like, I shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
That's the best way I could describe it. If you just thought about it and you said, it's one of those things, if you said out loud to somebody else that actually cared about you, they'd be like, bro, don't do that. That's fucking stupid. Now, if it's like a kid, not to sound like an asshole, if you said it to a kid, they might be like, yo, it's tight. But like, it's not.
Yeah.
And I just hope this doesn't bite him back. I know you said it's affected some relationships, it's affected some friendships. I hope it blows over and it doesn't affect him in the long term.
Yeah. Because, I mean, the reality is, in case you guys don't know, he pretended to be blind, put on sunglasses, he had the cane, and walked out in the middle of a fight, walked into the ring.
Yep.
So he put these fighters' livelihoods, messed with their livelihood, because now he's stealing their focus in the middle of what they do to feed their family. He messed with their safety, because if only one guy gets distracted and the other guy jumps on him, and now that guy took damage he wouldn't have him to take if it wasn't for WingedC.
Yeah.
He did something in a sanctioned event that's against the rules. You're not allowed to enter the cage or the ring, except if you're a cornerman or official during a fight. So he did
the cornerman can't enter until break even.
Exactly. Yeah. So he did so many things listen, if he was like, hey, you know what I'm going to do? When round 1 is over and they're sitting in their corners in round 2, I'm going to jump in the ring and do this. Not would have been fine. Not would have been fine.
If he would have did it in place of a ring girl or something like that, or like any moment like that, that's cool. But he literally, I mean, the only way it could have been worse is if it would have been, thankfully so, it was light action. Like they were punching each other, but not crazy. It was one punch and then it got stopped for a second to deal with WingedC. But if it was like a high action moment and he distracted the ref and somebody got hurt, that would have been the worst case scenario.
Exactly, because I mean he's facing a fine from the commission. Like he is
He's probably gonna get fined.
He's vulnerable to a fine from the commission.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
And sucks. It might affect his relationship with the karate combat guys.
Yeah. And here's the thing, he put out an apology video, sort of, but like he didn't really apologize. He was like, yeah, it was a bad decision. But then he tried to make the guy who lost that fight that he interrupted the bad guy because they got into an altercation. And it's like, bro, you did exactly what I said before. Interfere with his well-being, with his livelihood, and with a sanctioned event. Yeah. And you don't think that he has a right to be upset with you.
I'd be upset. You fucking up my opportunity, bro. It's the best way to put it. Like, this is a shot for me.
Yeah, he's lucky that both those guys didn't jump on him at that moment.
Yeah, honest to God.
Because they could have. They would have been well within their rights to jump on him right there. And, like, you can't make that dude the bad guy because you're kind of the bad guy. So he didn't own it. If he was like, hey, I messed this up. I thought this would be funny. In hindsight, not funny. If he'd done that, I think people would have been a lot more receptive to it. But
I agree. I agree.
Hopefully he learns from this and he does better.
Let's go on a more positive light. All right, we picked another Eternal MMA fight, 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have Dom Aston and Aiden Gould. Let's see how these guys look. Here we go.
Yeah.
In 3 and 2 and 1.
More positive. All right, guys. 24-19.
The Ghost of Sparta. I like that.
I feel like I've heard that nickname before.
We had the Pride of Sparta in Flex.
5-0.
Alex, give me a tattoo analysis on that tattoo right there.
I have no idea what the fuck it is.
That's not what you want out of the tattoo.
It looks like scribbling from a math board. It looks like a bad Breaking Bad tattoo. This how does this get? Let's see, 7-1. Whoa, okay, these are good tests for amateur careers.
Yeah.
This is actually a really wow. Okay.
I feel like this dude looks like if Luke Rockhold and Bryce Mitchell had a baby, it'd be that guy.
Yeah, proper 12 whiskey.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I could see it. I like when we see these matchups, right? Like, already to the action. Okay.
Yeah. So Aston red, glove tape, Gould in blue.
Yeah, they're awesome. And what an occasion for these two.
Nice hands, both guys.
The only thing I don't like about Aston is when he's blocking to the body, those elbows came a little bit short there and his head poked up. You just got to be careful for that head kick coming over the top.
Like the turtle's head popping out of the shell. He brought the shell too low.
So you just got to be. He's trying to sneak that uppercut in to back his opponent away, which I like.
Oh, good head kick.
There's that head kick I was worried about.
Pouring it on here.
Jesus, nice onslaught. Oh, why did he stop there for? I think he thought the ref was going to jump in.
And, to his credit, Aston was defending pretty intelligently there. Beautiful back take there. Man, what a moment that was to stop and celebrate that. Again, there was even cornermen right there. Did you see the cornermen's faces? They were kind of like, oh.
Uh-oh, in on the rear naked choke.
Good hand fighting from Gould, but Aston seems to be in the better position here. I can't tell whose corner they're in.
I don't know if Gould gassed himself with those strikes. He just celebrated too early there.
He's on the face here.
Face cracks hurt like a motherfucker.
They do.
Especially if somebody gets the proper bite. And in on the body triangle. And you got him against the cage there. That's nice positioning.
Yeah.
He has the body triangle on the side too, so that sucks.
Yeah, that doesn't feel good.
The only thing that sucks for him is he can't always finish the choke here.
Mm-hmm.
But he's doing a really good job of hand fighting to get his. And there he goes, now in on a face crank.
He's also doing a really good job of switching his head back and forth. Wherever he's putting the choke from, head comes on the opposite side.
Wow. And the funny thing is, if this goes to decision, I would actually give that round to. Before this started happening, I would have shifted it to
Aston
because he had the closer finishes.
Yeah, and now he's using he's in an arm. That's it. Beautiful catch from the bottom.
Wow, great job surviving.
Yeah. What a fight.
Gould, man, poor Gould, but he had too much chip on his dip on that one. He thought the ref was he knew he fucked up.
Yeah.
He knew he fucked up. He thought he had the finish because he saw the ref motioning,
like he was
but the
working
ref did not make contact.
Yeah, you got to wait till that ref makes contact and starts waving it off.
And to answer your question from earlier, that corner that was right there, that was Gould's corner. Because the green corner was with it's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, that was an awesome fight.
That's a learning moment, though. That's a really big learning moment. Fight ain't over till it's over.
Exactly.
And it sucks when people ask me, but I always say, like, yo, don't stop until that ref pulls you off him.
Exactly. Wait until there's hands touching you, pulling you away.
The moment the ref made contact, that fight's over. All right? Even if a ref makes a mistake and jumps in and touches you guys when he shouldn't, that fight's over.
Yeah, and then at that point, if the ref screws up, it's on the ref. It's not on you.
But wait till the ref physically separates you. I know it's like that moment of celebration and mercy, but that bit him in the ass.
Exactly, because he jumped off too quickly, and the ref was not close yet. He was still
It was like a second.
Yeah, and that was all it took for him to recover and start fighting back. Was on the back for the nice long time, and to his credit, Aston Gould, did a really good job of staying composed with Aston on his back, hand fighting well, getting his head from one side to the other, and then when he finally turtled, and he had Aston off to that side a little bit, shrugged him off, got on top, went to try to finish and try to steal the round. But credit to Aston, stayed so composed over there, found the angle, found the arm, and even it looked like there was a moment of hesitation there from Aston where he thought Gould tapped and the ref hadn't stopped it yet, and he took the pressure off, but luckily he wasn't out of position enough.
Yeah, he raised his hand and then he did, and then he finally tapped. But it was that like, I'm about to tap. So it was that sportsmanship, but still like, hey bro, I will break your shit.
Yeah, exactly. Fair. That's what you sign up for. It is the face punchy, arm breaky game after all.
There you go.
But guys, a lot of lessons learned in that fight and a great display of skill.
Yeah, really good fight.
Really, really good fight. I mean, hats off to both these guys. I would say they're both built to brawl.
Yeah, built to brawl. A lot of people on this episode, I think everybody on this episode was built to brawl. And then in the last 3 episodes, were built to brawl.
Yeah, exactly.
On the last 3 fights we watched together, we're all built to brawl.
All built to brawl. That's awesome, man. I'm excited. Like this.
First time.
Can you guys do us a favor? Can you guys leave us some comments? Let us know what you're thinking about us now switching to amateur fights. We'll still do the occasional street beefs and that kind of stuff, but it seems like you guys are liking these amateur fights that we're finding. So let us know. Leave some comments down below. I'd love to hear the feedback from you if you guys like this switch to amateur fights, and we'll hit more and more of them because we like Eternal, and I'm sure we'll find some other leagues that we like. If there's a league that you think would be good for us, leave it down below as well. If there's a fight you want us to call, leave it down below. After you like the video, of course. Make sure you went and got your merch. Of course, you got to let everybody know that you're feeling the vibe, that you're living the lifestyle, that you too are built to brawl. And of course, guys, subscribe, get those new episodes right as they come. Share these episodes too. Right? I know that your friends would enjoy them because if you enjoy them, you're probably friends with the same kind of degenerates like us that would like this as well. Alex, any closing thoughts this evening?
No.
Don't be an idiot like WingedC was.
Yeah, that was dumb. Be smarter. And also, like, don't try to cut 20 pounds in a night for a jiu-jitsu match.
That's a bad idea, too.
Don't do that.
Yeah, bad idea. But, like I said, all the other stuff, the liking, the commenting, the subscribing, the getting the merch, that's a good idea. Do that for us.
Yeah, do all that stuff.
And you know what else is a good idea? Until next time, brawl on.